My name is Samantha John. I'm here from Brooklyn, New York, seeking $400,000 for 4% equity in my company, Hopscotch.
Wow.
Back in the day when you were little sharks, did you ever run a lemonade stand or mow your neighbor's lawn? Kids love running businesses because it's a way to make their own money and participate in the real world. But in today's digital economy, lemonade stands are a thing of the past. That's why I created Hopscotch. It's the best way for young entrepreneurs to build and run their first business on the internet, all from their mobile device. They use the kid-friendly programming language I invented to make incredible games that rival anything you see in the store. And that's not all, Shark. By selling those games to the hundreds of thousands of children in our community, they can turn their creations into real currency. And the best part, they're learning real coding skills that will be valuable tools in their future college classes and even careers. Through our fun educational app, parents will be blown away with what their kids can make. They'll learn concepts from game design to graphics, animation, and so much more. So Sharks, you've all talked to kids about how they are the entrepreneurs of the future. Here's your chance to put your money where your mouth is. Which one of you wants to hopscotch with me into the digital age?
Can I just say, Kevin's face did, like, she was like, you know, saying things that was like, oh, looking for that reaction, and Kevin was just like,
Kevin doesn't like coding or gaming or kids.
Well, he likes all those things because he made lots and lots of money from that, but he probably doesn't like to hear 400,000 for 4%, and it's probably going to get right to the meat of it, of like, okay, so what's your acquisition cost and how many, you know, users you got signed up, and what's the average money take on each of those people.
Your last name is John?
My last name is John. I feel
and you
such
were
an affinity
from
with you.
Brooklyn?
Yeah, we might be family.
Might have to call my mommy.
So in front of you, you have an iPad, and I've chosen 2 of my favorite Hopscotch games in a demo version of Hopscotch for you to try.
You didn't pick the ones I did? And I posted on it to Hopscotch with my daughters?
Oh. So the first game I want you to try is called Kaleidocosmos, and it's a drawing game where everything you draw will be repeated 8 times. So you make this really cool kaleidoscope drawing. And this game was made 5 years ago in Hopscotch. It's since received over 2.2 million plays.
Heck, it's a lot of fun to do, isn't it?
Yeah, can I see your drawing?
Well, I'm not sure I'm so proud of it.
Wow, how many users do they have?
Oh, I love
Probably quite a few. That looks great, Barbara. Great job. Ding ding. Yeah, they must have quite a few. I mean, she said it was created over 8 years ago. Obviously, Mark's heard of it. I had not heard of it, but I will definitely be getting on this the Hopscotch bandwagon shortly after this video because I got 2 little ones.
Me too. I've got 3 little ones, and they like games.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I like that. That's like a logo. Ooh, Kevin, I like that.
He didn't draw dollar signs.
Call it man's inhumanity
look
against man.
Damon, what you got? That is really cool. It kind of
Wow.
looks 3D.
Oh, Damon.
Yeah. The second game is a platformer game, and that was created more recently in Hopscotch. This game was made by a kid who has been on Hopscotch for over 4 years.
I got up to the first level.
Gotcha. Oh my god. Well, I'm not winning this game.
This is child's play, literally. I'm so ill with mine.
I actually want to show you guys a demo of how the coding in Hopscotch works so you can just get a sense of it. So this is the coding editor, and you're coding with these cool characters. I'm just going to walk you through making this game where the crocodile is going to go after the octopus and then it's going to eat it. And then you can just a little bit more code, you can start to see how this turns into a game. So now the crocodile has all these other people and it's getting bigger as it eats more.
It's pretty cute.
Thank you.
Samantha, tell us about you. How did you come up with this?
You know, when I was a kid, I never thought that coding was for me. I was like, computers, those are for boys. And it wasn't until my senior year of college, I took my first computer science class, and it was so empowering. It was so creative. And I was like, why didn't I know that programming was so fun and creative and interesting and I could make things that people actually care about? So Hopscotch actually launched in 2012. And at that time, it was all free.
Wow.
And our first week, we got 20,000 downloads. So we got a lot of press.
You guys were on top of the world. You were dominating for kids' programming languages at the time.
Totally.
And there was no revenue at that time.
Well, 2012, there wasn't much in the way of apps even still. Like, apps were still a relatively new concept. Launched in 2009 with the Apple App Store. So just within 3 years, you went from like this not existing to existing, and now, I mean, obviously she's going to have some massive sales, but no one's even bothered to ask that yet because they all apparently they know about it.
No revenue model. We are first-time entrepreneurs. We are like, grow.
Honestly, guys, like when it comes to kids in school, there's some other alternatives.
Yeah.
But Hopscotch is the go-to name. They crush it, right? And by the way, when I said I used it and posted an app, I meant it, right? I used Scratch, and then when my kids first got into it at school, we used Hopscotch and developed games.
It's intriguing. How do I make money?
So we have a currency that you can buy in Hopscotch from the App Store, and then you'll be able to use that currency inside another kid's game.
So that'll be the revenue. You'll keep the 2/3 of the revenue from the app you'll sell?
Yes, and then eventually we want to let kids share in the revenue as well. So we would eventually let kids cash out that they earn in their game.
Okay, so the question there, because this is actually a hot topic right now going on between Apple and Epic, right? Like, can you have an app store inside of your app? And not even just Epic, because it's also, who's the other one that's, I mean, Steam is run up against this as well. But, these apps, basically an app store inside of the Apple ecosystem is a big no-no, and they're trying to, Epic is leading the charge, but there's a couple other companies that have jumped on board that to try to get that changed. So I'm surprised that this hasn't hit up against any of those walls. Maybe because it's kids instead of just like, video game. I don't know. What
I don't know. The thing I'm hearing is your kids are younger, so I don't know if they play Roblox, but Roblox is huge.
Minecraft. They play Minecraft, sir. We live stream. You can watch us live stream that over at avapardo.com.
I have watched some of that. So Roblox is going public this week, so that's big news.
Yesterday.
And similarly, I mean, they're monetizing because they have lots and lots of users. Kids buy Robux so that they can, play the games, build things, buy things, and it sounds like Hopscotch is trying to follow that model.
Well, I you know what it is so there's the other aspect of this is Apple just wants to be able to take their cut. They're not as worried as long as they're getting their cut. Now, with that said, they've cut deals with Amazon. Like I can buy from the Amazon app, and it's buying, and Apple's not getting a cut of that. So certain companies have gotten to circumvent this, while other companies have not, and that is the real big problem here. According to Epic is like why are they getting penalized, but like Amazon's not.
What's the active user base?
Our active user base now is about 200,000 active users a month.
What was your peak?
Our peak was in 2015, I believe, and we were at about 400,000.
Well, they're probably, I agree with Damon's look there. So 400,000 active users. I mean, that's still great. Any developer would be happy. Any business owner would be happy to have 400,000 users.
Right, you've got an ecosystem that you could potentially do something with.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and I'm sure that grew quite significantly after this aired.
So what happened is we raised our first round of venture capital in 2013 after we launched the app, and then we raised our second round in 2015. And then we saw the trajectory we were on, where it was all about growth, and we were going to have to continue raising capital, and we didn't want to run the risk of just going out of business if we couldn't raise money. So we started switching to a subscription model. So we are profitable now.
How many subscribers do you have?
We have about 6,200 subscribers right now.
What's the cost per month?
Wait, did she say 6,000?
Yep. She said 6,200.
Wow, that's
a small percentage of the
their peak.
200,000.
Was it 400,000? Did I hear that right? Did I missed that? But yeah,
the peak was 400,000 active users.
Wow, that's really disappointing.
The Hopscotch costs $8 per month or $80 per year.
How profitable are you now?
So we're basically not really burning cash, not really making cash, but that's kind of a decision to have a team
So you're
that
breaking
matches
even.
with
You're
our
breaking
revenue.
even.
And that's kind of why I'm coming to you, Sharks. We have the subscription business, and it keeps us in business, but it's not really the right business model for Hopscotch. We want a little bit more capital so that we can start getting rid of that paywall, letting everyone in for free, and playing a long game where they can start buying into our
And
currency.
you hope that gets traction, because by taking down the subscription paywall, you give up that revenue stream in perpetuity. I'm not really crazy about your business model of giving up what you've worked very hard to achieve. A subscription, 6,000 people paying you every month is a good business.
So Mark knows that that's not necessarily, great, but the thing is it is great to be able to have that recurring revenue coming in, right? Obviously, they're going to have an attrition rate. Hopefully, that rate isn't too bad, and it's going to increase. I don't think $8 is too much. With that said, are you familiar with Amazon Free Time, Andy?
No, I'm not.
So Amazon Free Time is it's basically you get like a Fire tablet and you use Amazon Free Time. I think it's like $3 a month, and they get access to books, games, videos, and everything right on the tablet, right? And it's great. I mean, Amazon Fire tablets aren't really that great. They're kind of slow, and they're not as great as an iPad. But for $3 a month, there's no ads. So a lot of the same games that are on the iPad are also on Amazon Free Time, but with zero ads, which I absolutely like, because my kids are already accustomed at 4 and 3 to we play some ads. We play, Daddy. That's how we did. I don't know. It just feels very intrusive to me. So I feel like I would feel more comfortable if Apple, they have their Apple Arcade, and I think that's $5 a month. But it doesn't have as nearly as big a selection as Amazon Free Time.
You're more of a gamer than me. So
yes.
In your view, what's better? A subscription model where you're paying to get some premium services, or to have this currency in app that users are buying and spending, but there's no cost to play. It's free.
I might as well be a boomer gamer. Being 34 years old, I'm not a boomer, but I have some ways of thinking about it, because I grew up, through the 90s. You buy the game, you get the game. You don't buy the game at $60 and then have to pay for, forever and always because of subscription. Now, with that said, I did play some, massively multiplayer games where it was it's $10 a month to play online, or $20 a month to play online. That I get. But I don't know. At this stage of my life, I'm I'd rather them everything be included, $8 a month, than I'm not potentially it was connected to my card and now they racked up $150 bill.
Well, that's as a parent. Yeah, that's from the parent's view. But watching my kids play Roblox, all three of them, they all have different interests, but they all love playing this game. And over time, they do play for free, but over time they do start wanting to buy. Can I have $10 in Robux, and can I get $15? And then there's a whole peer pressure thing, because it's oh, my friend got some money, can I get some money too? And I don't know. It seems like that model is working right now.
It does. The freemium model definitely does work when implemented into a gaming ecosystem that's big enough to support it going forward. With that said, when we're talking about little kids here, right, under the age of 8, I don't like to sign up for a bunch of subscription models, because then you end up oh, I dropped cable. How cool am I? Now I just pay this one $7 a month, this one $20 a month, this one and you end up getting to the point of oh, I might as well just pay for the darn cable bill anyway. So I don't know. $8 a month is pricey, but it's an education play, so I'm more open to that. And the fact that it's dynamic, in the sense that there's always somebody creating something new, and my kids can create something new, kind of like Mario Maker. You could create your own Mario worlds and then upload it, and people can play those Mario worlds. So I'm open to the idea of $8 a month, especially because it's not a forever kind of thing. $80 a year.
You
What?
froze Mark on this face. I want to know what he's gonna like. What's this face all about? I want to know what's next.
Looks like you want to scale, but I just don't think it's figured out yet. And it's a little dangerous for me, so I'm out.
Aw, Damon.
I really love what you're doing.
Thank you.
I personally don't know how I would help you to blow this up as a business. So I'm going to say I'm out.
No.
Samantha, I'm not going to take a journey with you. I've been in your sector and spent many years of my career in it. And I swore that when I left and I exited that was it for me, that I would try other things. I'm out.
Oh no. Oh no.
What I see here is you are a tremendously brave young woman. You reinvented your business from what I'm counting here roughly 3 times. You're going into another new model. How sure are you that your new model is going to work? I don't believe that you are sure. I feel like I'm watching someone who's frightened and not quite sure which is the right way to go. Am I reading that right?
It's not that I'm not sure. I'm sure that this is the right way to go. Of course I'm frightened. I naturally am a very conservative person. I'm like, no, like, don't spend the money. Hang on to everything.
I don't call that conservative. I call that smart.
Yeah, I would call that smart too, especially because you caught lightning in a bottle. You've had it once. People are lucky if they get one time in life to get something that's lightning in a bottle that they can run to the bank with. I think that, you know, I'm curious to see, because I had not heard of this, what kind of marketing are they doing to get people to subscribe? Because if I had seen this prior, I probably would have been interested, right? I mean, I'm on Facebook. I got I'm part of that demographic, nerdy dad, and with two young kids, right? I'm part of that demographic. So they should, if had they been marketing to me or my wife, probably would have. We got Square Panda. She's trying to get me to get the Osmos thing, but we already had the iPad. So I'm kind of like, let's do more with that, right? Let's keep them on the iPad, getting them more things for that. And to me, I'd rather spend $20 once than spend, $8 a month. But in this case, I'd rather spend $8 a month than spend, $8 a day or $20 a day or $10 every time they ask for something to be bought.
Hey, your kids, if they play, they might make some money. It sounds like you can create a game and monetize.
They could. I mean, that there's only a certain sector of people that are going to really be into that, and I think that to get that level of interaction from your community, you're going to have to get back up to like that 100,000 to
you need big numbers
million.
to support that.
Exactly.
But I also realize that to make Hopscotch what it needs to be, we do need to take this step.
Hey, you should trust you, God. I'm sure you're going to do that. I wish I could give you the 400,000. Just because I believe in you, but I don't know enough about it, so sadly I'm out.
And then there was one.
Can a kid do this on a lower end iPhone?
Yes.
Okay, so honestly, I mean, I've been a Hopscotch fan forever. I mean, just talking to you, like, I look up to you for what you've been able to accomplish and what you've been able to do for my daughters and my son.
Nice.
I mean, thank you. Doing these games with them was thrilling to me.
That's awesome.
So let's see.
I'll make you an offer.
Is he going to go in for? Is he going to try to go for at least 10% for 400,000, or is he going to get real greedy at 15?
I don't know.
You're not gonna like it.
You're not gonna like it.
And
Yeah,
we don't
I know
wanna
he's not
introduce
gonna
kids
like-
to
you're
high
not
school
gonna
kids
like it.
primarily in minority communities because they don't get those chance, right? I could work with you to do a coding camp for kids, how to make money with your phone, right? How to create games to make money.
Yes.
That's a marketing play right there. That like that's how you keep your 400,000 subscriber active, right? Like or get to 200,000. If that's your peak, maybe you get a base of 200,000, 100,000, and they're putting in money a little over time instead of the monthly fee. And I wonder if the fee was lower, would they actually get more people in? So I wonder what kind of promotions they've ran around that. Like, we're gonna do you get 6 months for $4 a month, right? So for $24 we're just maybe discount it just $20 because it's digital. So you have servers and things like that, but and costs, but you just want to get them into the ecosystem, get them used to paying for this, paying for it. Maybe do a free. Oh, I'm throwing my pen. Maybe do a free, 2 month, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month subscription where it's like you get 3 months free if you sign up for a 6 months. So you're getting that discounted rate and get them in used to using it and seeing the benefits of having your kids code. So one of the things, like my wife, right? She watches our kids play Minecraft like literally behind me here on these computers. And she's like, it's incredible to me that they know the keyboard. They know where their fingers are going on the keyboard. And I said, yes, this is why they're playing this instead of playing on a controller, because I want them to know not only the letters, because that's part of the learning, but the dexterity of moving the mouse around and feeling around in space. And getting used to using a computer, because computers aren't going anywhere. iPads are great. Look, I got one right here, but computers aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Okay, boomer.
I'm loving where Mark is going with this because, like in one sentence, he's pitching the parent. He's creating something. How do you teach your kid how to make a game and make money using their cell phone? And as a parent who wants to encourage kids, right? I want to encourage my kids to learn STEM, to learn coding, and to have opportunities in the future where they can be entrepreneurial. So he's hitting like all those things.
Yep, absolutely.
And go in, even if we have to provide them. So I'll give you the $400,000, but I want 16%.
16%.
Yeah,
16%. Okay, so I was close.
This is a lot of work, and I'm going to be that person you call or email.
Mark,
the valuation there is probably really not great for the rest of the people that have invested over the years.
I'd love to have you be one of our investors. Can I negotiate with you on the price? Mark, if you're valuing this as a startup, it's like a startup with an experienced entrepreneur with 8 years of experience building programming languages for kids, who's proven that she can get earned media, who's proven that she knows how to run a profitable business, who's proven she knows how to run a team.
$35,000 in revenue per month after 8 years. And I'm not trying to take anything away from you at all. Obviously, I'm incredibly impressed. But the future of your company is truly in the balance right now.
Hopscotch is my baby. I need to value my company for all the amazing assets that it has.
So, okay. So, only because I'm a softie. What would you do?
Oh, yeah. Mark can be a softie.
Knowing that I don't want to come off the 16%, what would you do?
So, how about
some advisory stocks or maybe some kind of way for him to get his money back sooner,
$600,000 for 5%.
I'm out.
What are you doing?
Ouch. I'll give you one more chance.
Oh. Don't blow it.
We're not close. You've got to at least be close.
Yeah, we're not close. I think that maybe it might just be that the way I value Hopscotch just isn't quite
There's no
right
way in the
for
world
Shark
you thought
Tank.
you were coming in here and getting 4%. And if 5% is your end, then you really did not want to do it.
Dame is not afraid. Dame is not afraid to go in on this.
Actually, I think I did the math wrong. I'm sorry. I was going to say $600,000 for 10%.
Come on.
$500,000 for 11%. You got a deal.
Yes, do it. Do it. Do it.
How about
What are you doing?
Don't over negotiate.
What are you doing?
$550 for 11%.
Done. You got a deal.
My heart. My heart.
Samantha. Oh my gosh.
Walking the tightrope. Didn't fall.
Thank you, everyone. When Mark Cuban said he looked up to me, my heart stopped. I felt like I wasn't even myself. It was such an incredible moment. And then the fact that we got a deal with him, I've lost all my words.
Wow. Well, good on her. What do you think, Andy? While I pull up the Hopscotch website here.
Well, that was a little bit of excitement, and that was a very quick negotiation. I know they edit, but that happened so fast. It looked like it was in the balance there. It could have gone either way. So it was nice to see a happy ending. I want to check it out now.
Yeah, I definitely want to check it out. It's awesome. Shark Tank at 50% off a pro annual plan. So I guess they're not changing the game plan here for monthly subscriptions, as seen on Shark Tank. I love that while you have Shark Tank sprinkled in here, it's not like her, because this isn't about her being on Shark Tank, right? This is about the kids, right? This is about the programming. This is about learning. 35 million games made on Hopscotch. That's impressive. That is impressive. Featured lots of different places. Recognized, lots of recognition. That's awesome. Made with love in Brooklyn. That's awesome. So I'm absolutely interested in getting my.
We're the target demographic. How much money are we going to be giving to Hopscotch?
A lot, and Mark Cuban will get 11% of it. So no, this is great. Good job. Almost had my heart stopped. That probably was one of the more crazy ends to a pitch that we've seen here on this.
Did you think she was going to counter that last time?
I didn't expect her to counter, and good on her. I not usually recommended, but she took advantage of the fact.
Her guns.
She knew that he was into it, and was like, you know what, I'm going to take this opportunity to try to get a little extra something on this. I mean, $50,000, it's chump change in the grand scheme of things, but it's right now it really probably helped them get to more, hopefully they go and do these camps, and hopefully that takes it takes money, that takes time, and of course through COVID it makes it a little more difficult to produce that. But speaking of not difficult to produce, smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm so we can get this video in the hands of more super entrepreneurs like yourself. Make sure you get subscribed so you don't miss another Biz Coach Reacts video with me, Super Joe Pardo. He's Andy Wong. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.